is asking you to get more active on the offensive rebound, offensive end. The numbers are up the last couple games. Are you aware of that part side of the game now?
Getting more active in what? Like just in general on offense?
The offensive glass.
I don't know. I feel like I've been on the offensive glass pretty much my whole career. I don't know. Maybe I'm having a really good run right now, but it's something I feel like I've always done. Obviously, some games it's going to be better, some games it's going to be worse, but I'm going to keep doing it.
Obviously, a young team is going to make some defensive mistakes. You have a view of it. What do you see that is not happening the most often, kind of? What's the biggest problem that needs to be addressed?
It's tough. I mean, today we played against a few really good individual players, and it took us a while to get adjusted to it. Like, I don't know. Like, it's tough to put a finger on it because it's just like a little lack of experience in a lot of different situations where we're making small mistakes that then snowball into bigger problems, or we're can't figure out how to catch a rhythm on offense, and it's burning us on defense because then they're getting into a flow, they're getting transition buckets, they're getting high outlets, and just like playing to their advantages and their strengths.
RJ had a career-high 12 assists tonight. How much have you seen him grow as a playmaker since you've been playing with him, and how much is your chemistry, specifically the two of you, grown during that time?
Honestly, I think RJ and I had a really good chemistry right from the jump. Like, we started playing, like I feel like it came very natural. Like, we didn't even like have to talk about it a lot or put in a lot of work. It just kind of me knowing what he likes to do and like trying to put him into good positions, and then him attracting a lot of attention from the defense. Like, he's a willing passer in those situations, and he finds me under the bucket. So yeah, like I said, it just kind of came natural, and yeah, especially at times like this where we're missing a lot of playmakers out there. He's taken on the challenge and yeah, fulfilling that role for us.
Another big night from Grady. What sort of impressed you about his game right now in his sophomore season?
I mean, he's been very aggressive, hunting down his shots, and then he's making. Yeah, I mean, he's finding good shots for him, and he's making tough shots, and he's been, like I said, very aggressive, even down coming down into the paint on drives or curls and stuff like that. He's been a really good finisher this season. At least that's what it feels like out there. I don't know what the numbers are like, but he's been very aggressive in those areas, and it's looking good.
Does it even feel like he's the same player from where he would have been a year ago at this time?
I mean, no, obviously, like, he's improved a lot. I think it's his time that he put in, like, he's improved as a player. Also, like, his confidence and his, like, just, like, getting adjusted to a different style of play, different team, different teammates, like, all that just takes time. So that's why, like, not everybody comes into the NBA and just dominates right away. Like, for him, it took him a couple months to figure it out, and when he figured it out, he's been great ever since that.
It seems like the rookies sort of established an identity so far to start the season. Mobo, Shed, just run a lot, be active. Did it feel like Jakobi really fit into that sort of young, active identity tonight?
I thought Jakobi did great. I mean, it's his first NBA game, and like it didn't really feel like it, to be honest. Like, he looked pretty poised out there. I mean, I didn't just watch him specifically, so I don't know everything. But like, to me, he seemed like he seemed very comfortable out there. He seemed like he knew what was going on. So yeah, I was impressed with him today.
He was cutting a lot for you when you had the ball.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't remember like the specific plays and everything, like what he was involved in, but even with him missing a lot of practice time as well, like over the summer, like he seemed like he fit right in, so that was really good.
Yeah, win many games when you give up 76 in the first half.
First quarter was definitely a big problem. We found the rhythm. In the second quarter, we found our mojo and energy, and since that point, we were playing really well, and we won 3 quarters, but lost that first one.
few times, once in the first and then once in the fourth, after the 2 Rui threes, you called some timeouts and, were understandably frustrated. How hard is it to navigate those defensive mistakes when they come throughout the game?
They're part of the learning process for us. We need to do a better job of having focus and executing a game plan, what we need to do there. Those 2 instances, we did not communicate good enough on the court to get it done. We'll be better from there.
20 assists for RJ over the last couple of games, including the career high 12 tonight. How much have you seen his playmaking grow even since he got here last year, and how important is that going to be with Scotty out of the lineup?
First of all, I think that RJ is very capable. I think that he needs to do even more. He needs to play make for our team and create offense for our team. And we need more from him on defensive end as well. Like, I'm talking to RJ every day. I'm a big RJ believer. I believe in him, and I'm every single day calling him for more. And he tonight did a really good job of moving the ball.
You had 3 rookies on the court multiple times tonight. How did you think those guys acclimated themselves?
There were obviously some really good stretches that those guys did there, but there were moments as well they looked like rookies. All of that is very good and positive. They're learning from that. I was really happy that Jakobi was able to step on the floor and play his first NBA minutes, and I'm happy the way he did it tonight.
When you say they look like rookies, is it kind of just like feel things? Is it?
No, it's just like the game is very fast, and you're playing against experienced players that, they know how to read, and every inch of mistakes that you might be making because you're overthinking, and those guys, they know how to punish that. But the only way you learn that and get better through that is getting experience on the court against the best, some of the best players in the world.
Shots obviously didn't fall for Jakobi, but he seemed to get a lot of loose balls. Have you seen, from what you've seen of him on film, is that part of his game, just the ability to have a nose for the ball, kind of?
He has really good nose for the ball. He's a really good on-ball defender. He has very active hands, long arms. He's very disruptive, and he has very good feel to go get offensive and defensive rebounds.
Seen from Jakob that's been able to, allowed him to get the rebounding numbers, especially the last 3 games, have been off the charts.
That's a description of his job. That's what he needs to do. He's anchor of our defense, and the way we're using him, a lot of times he's the closest guy to the rim, and I think that there is another level for him to do it on defensive end. 6 offensive rebounds, that's something that we want him to do, and we're expecting continued progress with him as well.
Jakobi seems like he's always moving, hyperactive, cutting, running. Is that something that you're asking of him to fit into the plan, or is he just a guy who never stops moving on the court?
Well, you had a chance to see with Grady last year. He was one of those guys that never stopped and had high motor. We recognize that with Jakobi as well, that he has that potential, and we're intentionally working on that through his workouts and everything that he's putting in. We're trying to make him very active without the ball and to be always on the run.
Can I ask, what are those workouts? How do you make a guy do that?
Well, that's a secret.
Was it intentional to get some of your rookies out against LeBron, against Anthony Davis? Like, do you want these guys to have those kinds of experiences?
Absolutely. They need to have experience to play against those guys. First quarter, it looked a little bit, they were a little bit starstruck, but we were able to wake up from that and to play very competitive games since that point.
Last question, because we're going to get to do this all again tomorrow night, and Yak is waiting.
Going back to Grady and how, last year going to this year and Jakobi now, seeing the improvement that Grady has had this year, this is his 3rd career high of the week. Is there a similar plan to kind of put Jakobi through a similar program that Grady went through last year, or a similar system to see if, or any of the rookies really, to see if they can have the same leap?
Yeah, every player is different. With every player, we have specific plan, what's the best for him and how they can best fit needs of our team. So yes, there is a plan for all of them.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.